a statement, is it?
Yeah.
Palin 2012.
Actually, it's anybody but Obama.
Anybody but Obama.
The temperature was around 45 degrees centigrade, cool apparently by local standards. We were on one of the trails used by people crossing illegally.
When we first started working here, they estimated that 50% of all illegal immigration came through this valley. So it was literally a flood. One of my current projects is to say that there's not a fence Obama's saying that it's built. Most of it is a triangular-shaped vehicle barrier made out of...
You can't blame Obama for the people coming from Mexico at the moment.
I blame him for everything.
What? You blame him for everything? Oh, Mark.
He said he would secure the border, and he's not doing it. He's not even started.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, there's
Fuck.
That's in deep, huh?
Yeah.
We may have to amputate, I guess.
It's actually another one someplace.
The desert is rugged terrain and very hard going. We were headed for what they call a layover spot.
Now, this is a place where you need to really be careful of rattlesnakes. They go down in these places.
Right. So this is what you call a layover?
Yeah.
If the illegals make it this far, this is where the coyotes, the men paid to guide them illegally across the desert, make them discard any extra bags or clothing so that they don't appear suspicious if spotted by the Border Patrol.
Now, Jerry was up here with his snake stick turning these over.
By the time they'd arrived here, how far would they have travelled?
Probably 35 miles.
35 miles?
Straight line distance.
Straight
if
line.
they had to make any detours, it could be substantially more than that.
See that? That's what they drink.
Yeah. If you drink that, you'll have dysentery within 2 hours.
When you're out here doing your normal work, I mean, how do you operate? What's the drill?
Well, we go into the stealth mode. I'd like to find them before they find us. And we've done that several times. One time I walked into a group of 18 of them, and being with the ranch, I brought 4 of them out. All your senses are cooking because you don't know what you're going to run into. Are they druggies? Are they armed? You don't know.
The place felt like a war zone. The official Border Patrol operate helicopters and surveillance drones around the clock. Although a certain amount of drug runners do come across the border here, most of those who use the trails are simply looking for a better life.
It's just difficult to believe that we're just a couple of miles from the Mexican border here and that anybody would set off to cross over this desert area to try and get I presume they consider the land of plenty, the land of opportunity, but to actually take this journey, maybe with just 5 or 10 other people, it must be the scariest thing under the sun. The people who've come across here know that there are border guards all over the place, and they also know that other people haven't made it over the years. 3,000 or 4,000 people have died. And that's what they know about.
When the Border Patrol comes across illegal migrants, they are detained and eventually deported back at the nearest official crossing.
Jesus, look at that. The whole sky. We're going to a camp where they give medical aid to the Mexicans who are in this, what I call this hellhole.
Last year, 42,449 people were deported here in Arizona alone. And every year, about 400 people die attempting to cross the desert. At this border station, voluntary groups offer food and medical care to those who fail in their attempt. This man got separated from the group he was crossing with and ended up wandering the desert alone without food or water until he was picked up by the Border Patrol.
we have to take.
Everyone I met here had their own desert crossing story.
And how much did it cost you? I mean, how much would you have to pay to try and get across?
The first time I pay $1,800, and the second time I pay $1,500.
And your wife and your children are in Arizona?
Yes, they are over there. But I'm not trying to cross it back again because she's American. And we're going to try to get papers and bring my kids because my kids, they don't even know how to speak Spanish.
Esmeralda tried crossing with her 5-year-old daughter.
Estábamos escondidos debajo de un matorral. Al estar en el matorral nos vieron como estábamos acostados, entonces ellos nos vieron y nos fueron a agarrar. Caminamos 3 días, 3 noches que ya no teníamos agua, la niña caminando, mi esposo lo detuvieron, no sé dónde está mi esposo. En el grupo que íbamos 10 y agarraron a 6. Yo presté un dinero para poderme venir, entonces quiero intentar para los Estados Unidos porque allá se gana mejor, allá hay dinero. Y voy a intentarlo de nuevo porque debo ese dinero y tengo que pagarlo.
Those who manage to cross the border undetected then run the risk of being arrested at any stage as illegal aliens living in America. 2 hours north of the Mexican border lies Phoenix, home to one of the toughest and most notorious prisons in America. This is where many illegals end up.
So this is where this is your office?
The supervisor's office,
the supervisor's office,
right.
okay.
Tent City Supervisor's office.
Tent City. Great.
Have a seat.
Is it a busy morning this morning?
Actually, we have 5 separate sections of the tents. On the side that we're going to go out and see here in a few minutes, what we call O-Yard, there's 235. Between my 5 sections, I've got about 1,430 inmates. All of those inmates are sentenced to county time. They're serving 1 year or less in county jail.
Right. But they're all migrants?
Probably 200 of the 235 are illegal immigrants, right?
The illegals are kept separate to the ordinary inmates. They are housed outdoors in old Korean War military tents.
These are the tents.
These are the tents?
These are the tents.
These
I have 10 tents on this yard. There's 22 men assigned to each of the tents, of these small tents. And then you'll see as we go down the yard, I have one larger tent. You'll notice they're all pink underwear. Their towels are pink, their underwear are pink, their socks are pink. So what guy's going to steal a pair of pink underwear?
Pair of pink underpants.
If you notice in the tents, each of the tents, all they have is one big industrial fan. There's no air conditioning.
And they're here 24 hours a day for the whole year?
Yeah, each tent has a fan.
How you doing?
Tent City is the brainchild of the man who likes to call himself the toughest sheriff in America, Joe Arpaio.
I put up tents in 1993. They're next to the dump and the dog pound and a waste disposal plant. But when it's 140 degrees, which it was this past summer, my answer to everyone, the critics, Amnesty International, the Civil Liberties Union, our men and women are fighting for our country, and they live in tents. So what is wrong for convicted? These people are all convicted doing the sentence in our tents.